Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence could be a reality. We get to that and Regis Prograis next. Please help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. Let us know what you think. Welcome back to another episode of Friday's Check Hook. This week we're going to dissect the Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia rumors that keep re-emerging. Does it make sense? Is it career suicide? How will it end? We will also touch on Regis Prograis as he gets ready for his fight this weekend, and the star that he is becoming and the star that he will be. Let's start with this Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence rumor that just won't go away. This is seemingly becoming a possibility, and we get the reason to think that someone may be interested in it. Let us know what you guys think. This has appeal. It's going to have broad market appeal. Casuals are going to like this. Let us know what you guys think. This could sell out big stadiums, specifically in Texas, and we'll get to all that. There's pound for pound implications. It's Mikey Garcia's big chance to reach for greatness. But is the fight good for boxing? Is this the fight that you the fight fans want to see? Leave your comments below. Let us know if this is something that you guys are interested in, or if you think this is just crazy. I'll be up front. I don't like it. Mikey is a lightweight. He's the best lightweight in the world. You have the Easter Junior fight coming up. That's a real fight. Stay focused on the task at hand. The Easter Bunny is a tall, long, athletic fighter. He's put together some solid wins. Yes, a lot of them are controversial. And he's a sizable underdog. But he's an undefeated world champion. A dangerous opponent. Take it seriously. Focus on Robert Easter Jr. And after you beat the Easter Bunny, then worry about all the other nonsense. You call out whoever you want. If you want, talk about fighting Spence or Thurman or whoever you want to fight. But for now, this seems to have gotten to Mikey's head. This is not the Mikey that we're used to. And remember, Mikey's also self-promoting. He's his own promoter. He's a free agent, so this is how he has to sell himself. We've asked at this level, why does a fighter like a Mikey Garcia or Terrence Crawford need a promoter? His name sells itself, and hire some lawyers to negotiate for you. Why do you need to be tied down? Well, maybe this is why, right? Because Mikey Garcia is the fighter. He's not the promoter. Now he has to do both, right? He has to sell himself and try to get himself these bigger fights and make himself a star. Let someone else do that. So, look, Mikey would be a sizable favorite against Robert Easter Jr., and he's probably definitely going to beat the Easter Bunny. The Easter Bunny has looked vulnerable. He's a bit overrated. If Easter Bunny fought Adrian Broner, you'd probably pick Broner, right? And Mikey destroyed Broner. I know A plus B doesn't equal C, but Mikey's a much better fighter. But Easter's dangerous, and he's a threat. He needs to be taken seriously. And it seems as if Mikey Garcia is overlooking him. Not a good look. Not a good look. Take care of business, and then worry about your next fight after this fight. Be the best lightweight in the world would be our advice to Mikey Garcia. Mikey has come up from 126. He was a featherweight. He's a big, solid lightweight, but he's a lightweight. He didn't look big at 140. You could tell that he was smaller than Lipinets when he fought him. His power didn't carry over. I mean, he knocked Lipinets down, so it's not like he's not a puncher at 140, but he doesn't have devastating power at 140. He's got a lot of pop at 35. Stay at 35. Be the best lightweight of your era. There are plenty of good lightweights that you can fight. There's obviously Lomachenko. That's the money fight, and we do think that fight will happen. We think it's a year and a half away. We think that fight will happen at the end of 2019. In addition to that, there's Linares, Luke Campbell, Lewis Ritson is over in the UK, Jose Cepeda, and then at 130, there's a superstar named Tank Davis, who I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to make 130. So he's waiting in the wings, just a division below. And in the division above you, there's a guy named Regis Prograis. So, Mikey's won a title at 140. Regis Prograis would be bigger than Mikey. But that's a good fight. It's probably a fight that Mikey would be favored in, but it's not ridiculous jumping up 2 weight classes to fight the biggest, strongest guy at 47. Look, Errol Spence is not Pernell Whitaker. He's not a guy that's just going to move around. And not to knock Pernell Whitaker. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. But, Pernell Whitaker would beat you, right? He'd shut you out and he'd make you look silly. Errol Spence will beat you up. This is not the guy you want to risk it against, right? This is not the guy you want to jump up against. This is not a guy who... Errol Spence is one tough SOB. This is not a guy that you want to... He's a big 47-pounder, and this would be a bad fight. Look at the guys who have tried to jump up in weight. Amir Khan, knocked unconscious. Kell Brook had his face broken, right? Marquez tried jumping up a couple weight classes and fighting Floyd Mayweather. He looked awful in doing it. If you're going to move up, you need to work the weight. Fight at 140, then work that. Become a full 140-pounder. He's not a 147-pounder. He's a lightweight, and that's his natural size. That's what he fills out into. So, no, we're not a fan of this fight. We don't think that Mikey Garcia should take this fight. It's not something that he can win. And it's something that he could get really hurt in. There are 17 weight classes. Pick one. You know what I'm saying? He's so concerned about being the next Manny Pacquiao or the Manny Pacquiao of this era, jumping up, weight class after weight class like they mean nothing. Weight classes do mean something. They have them for a reason. There are 17 of them for a reason. Look, Pac had the special shakes. The ones that Alex Ariza wouldn't even tell Freddie Roach what were in them. Right? Alex Ariza said special shakes, dude. He wouldn't tell Freddie Roach what was in the shakes. So that means there's something in there that I can't tell you about. So unless you want to go down that path, the special shakes path, weight classes really do matter. Don't try to be the Manny Pacquiao of your era. Focus on being the Carlos Ortiz of your era, the greatest lightweight of your era. But that payday against Errol Spence, that reach for greatness is going to be tempting for him. We would just say, be the best lightweight of your era. Now, as far as Errol Spence, this is all wrong for him, too. Mikey Garcia is a lightweight. You're a welterweight, Errol Spence. What does fighting a guy 2 weight classes smaller than you do for you? Well, the answer is obviously absolutely nothing. You're only going to get criticized. It's a no-win situation if you lose, which he won't. They're weight classes for a reason. Spence wouldn't lose this fight. But if you lose, you really lose. Your legacy takes a hit forever losing to a guy 2 weight classes smaller than you. And if you win, you lose because you beat up a small guy. Triple G still gets slammed for fighting small dudes, right? I mean, when I say, there's that meme going around with Triple G as the Dave Chappelle character that says, you got any more than welterweights? I mean, look, I don't know if you guys get that reference, but it's not a good career move. It does nothing for his legacy. But I also understand the frustration that Errol Spence has. He can't get a big fight. He can't get the big name right now. It's just not out there for him. Keith Thurman, who is supposed to fight in 3 weeks, believe it or not, he still has an August 4th day, according to Boxrock, has obviously run away and seemingly quit boxing, at least for the time being. So that's out. Danny Garcia and Sean Porter tied up with each other. And then Bud is on the other side of things. And that isn't going to happen anytime soon. We think that fight will happen too, but it's not happening in December when Spence really wants to fight again. Spence said he wants to fight 3 times this year, and he's on pace to do that, and he's trying to schedule a date for December. So where does that leave Errol Spence? He's trying to stay busy. He's doing the right things, but there's just not that fight for him right now. And Mikey Garcia represents that name. It's a big name. It's got pound-for-pound implications, 2 pound-for-pound top 10 fighters, fighting each other. It would sell out. They could do it in Texas. Mikey Garcia has fought several times all over the state of Texas. He draws really well. He fought Lipinets in San Antonio. He's fought in Dallas, too, at the American Airlines Center. He can sell tickets. This fight would do big, big things. If he sold out 12,000 fighting some dude named Ocampo that no one's ever heard of, that's never fought outside of Mexico, fighting a top 3 or 4 pound-for-pound guy in the world, like Mikey Garcia, Mexican-American, big fan base, no, that would sell some tickets. Could be a pay-per-view fight. So, the temptation is there. It just does nothing for you. It's not. It's a no-win situation. And I know Spence is doing all the right things. I'm gonna fight 3 times this year. And if he looks down at the end of the year, and I fought 3 times this year, and I fought Lamont Peterson, Carlos Ocampo, and Udonis Ugas, which is one of the names rumored, or Jesse Vargas. What did that do for my legacy? I spent a year where I did the right thing, stayed busy, fought 3 times. And not too many people fight 3 times anymore. And that's what I got out of it. Those 3 names, which did nothing to enhance my legacy. I didn't get my killer payday. My stock didn't really go up any because I didn't beat a great name. He's got to start looking at Al, saying, "Hey, you got to do better than this." But right now, there's nothing he can do. All the other welterweights are all tied up with each other. Now, can he get a Pacquiao or Matisse winner? I don't know. Oscar could. Could Al do it? I don't know. So this fight from Errol, it gives him the name that he wants. It puts the scalp on his resume. But it's not going to count. Just like no one gave Triple G a whole bunch of credit for beating Kell Brook or Canelo beating Khan, who cares? Or, even when Floyd beat Marquez, it was like, okay, this is a promotional stunt because Marquez beat Pacquiao, so you wanted to beat Marquez. Or Marquez got robbed with Pacquiao, so you wanted to beat Marquez's, you wanted to beat the snot out of him, which he did. But it doesn't do anything for you, right? I mean, these are nothing fights. And a fight against Mikey, it's 2 weight classes smaller than you. It's a dangerous fight for Mikey that he should never take. And for Errol Spence, it's a lose-lose. So, why would we make this fight? I know why they'd want to make it. And maybe for that reason it does get made. Let us know what you think. Do you think this fight will get made in December? It seems like it is. And if it does get made, is this the fight that you want to see? Leave your thoughts and comments below. And then next, we're going to get to my boy, Regis Prograis, the superstar in the making, everyone's new favorite fighter. Fights tomorrow night, so we're going to get into that next. Regis Prograis has emerged on the scene after destroying Indongo, and everyone has already counted him as the next superstar in boxing. And this is not a knock on Prograis. We really, really do like him. I like Prograis as much as anyone. I put him on our list of potential stars to be the next American star in the face of American boxing, so we do like him. We think he has the ability and the likability to be a star in the sport. That being said, who has he really beaten? Yup, Indongo. Great win. Fantastic win. To keep it 100, Indongo was coming up a 3rd round KO. Lost to Bud, where he was absolutely destroyed. He took nothing. He took no tune-up fight. He went straight in from being knocked out by a body shot by Bud straight into the Prograis fight. So besides Indongo, who took the fight cold, who else has Prograis beaten? Let me know. No, Boxrock. Give me a name of the top fighter that Regis Prograis beat off the top of your head. No looking at Boxrock. Give up? How about the names Aaron Herrera and Abel Ramos? Those are the 2 best names on his resume. Don't know who those guys are? Yeah, not too many people do. They're obscure to even, the hardest of hardcore fight fans. Their parents may not know who they are. Those are the best names on his resume besides Indongo. This kid, that we keep calling a kid, is 29. He isn't getting better. This is his peak. He's almost 30. And he's never won a world title. He has an interim belt. He needs to move quickly, though. And beating some dude named Juan Jose Velasco, who no one ever heard of, will do nothing for him. I don't know how great Prograis is. And I'm not going to find out any more about how great he is this weekend. This is cool. He's staying busy. He's doing the right thing. It's getting a hometown fight in New Orleans. And we know that NOLA loves their hometown guys. It's much like Texas in that way. They're going to come out and they're going to support their guy. But this does nothing to tell us how good Prograis is. We will find out more, however, in the World Boxing Super Series tournament, which after he destroys Velasco, I say in 3 rounds or less, he's going to be a part of this tournament. The World Boxing Super Series. And there are some good names in this. And if he wins that, and he'll probably have the best odds of anyone in the tournament to win, then we can start mentioning his name. The tournament's already starting to fill out. Russia's Ivan Baranchik, Kyle Relic, Josh Taylor, Edwin Travinsky, and some dude from Sweden that no one's ever heard of have all confirmed for the tournament. And then the winner of this will be in the tournament as well. So some good names there. If you run through those, yeah, okay. Then we can start mentioning his name amongst the elite fighters in the world. But until then, I mean, he really, having just a win over Indongo doesn't make you the elite of the elite. Capture, let's go through these guys. You know, if you're as good as advertised, and Relik is a good fighter, Bronchek is good fighters, but if you're as good as advertised, you should beat these guys. You know, ultimately, we want to see you fight Josh Taylor, and, you know, I'm not overly impressed with Josh Taylor, so you should be able to beat these guys. Go through those guys, win a couple of belts, win at least one world title before we call him the next superstar, the next face of boxing, and throw him in the Hall of Fame. So go through this tournament, get a couple quality wins, capture a couple belts, and then we can reassess just how good Regis Prograis is. And again, we're not knocking. We think Prograis is a really good fighter. But he has to prove it by fighting guys better than Abel Ramos and Aaron Herrera. You know, C-level fighters. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Please leave your comments below. For Friday's Check Hook, this is 3D Boxing signing off. Thank you, and God bless.
Enjoy 3D Boxing vlog videos? Show us some love by clicking the like button. Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3dboxingvlog.com is also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.